Thank you, Gary, I think. This is sort of a special evening for me, particularly. Before I introduce the distinguished gentleman that I have the pleasure of introducing, there are several of us in this room that probably started before IMSA started. And we were with organizations, they were business organizations or science organizations that sort of saw Leon Letterman's dream and decided to make something of it and supported it in many ways. And so when we can come to something like this and we see the products of the students that have come through the system, and we are articulate, intelligent, exciting, bright, building a future for yourself and those around you, it gives someone like myself a very proud feeling to have been a beginning charter chairman of the organization. And it kind of touches you, really. It's been a fantastic organization. Met Dr. Marshall early on, and she's been inspiring to us all the way along, and still does today. And I wanted to thank her also for the kind of work that she has done in the leadership of this organization. So those are a few words I want to say, and you notice that we get grayer as we end up here. And I think I'm the last one to do this, and I'll be the grayest one too. So. Anyway, let me have the pleasure of introducing the next recipient. The recipient is Dr. Frank Wood. He's an accomplished entrepreneur, computer scientist, statistician, and educator. Dr. Wood is Assistant Professor of Statistics at Columbia University and is an award-winning researcher in the field of statistical machine learning. He conducts research at the intersection of neuroscience, computer science, statistics, and cognitive psychology, with a current focus on models of natural language and algorithms for lossless compression that shed light on the path towards artificial intelligence. He has founded two companies, Spectacular Limited, a London-based predictive marketing software company, and Twofish, Inc., a Washington, D.C.-based content-based image retrieval company, which was acquired by AOL. And Dr. Wood is a graduate of Cornell University and Brown University. Frank, it's an honor to present you with this award as a distinguished alumni. You certainly have earned it, and I know at the table you said you weren't sure you were, but I can tell you, with that dossier, you are. Congratulations. Whoop, got it.
Let's get a picture here, Jim.
Okay. No hair and gray hair. That's good.
And receding here.
Congratulations.
When playing the role of statistics professor, it's easy to outperform expectations and seem entertaining when actually not. This is much harder. I feel very insecure without a blackboard and the ever-present threat of terminal boredom. Like the others, I have 10 minutes to say thank you. I know, however, that brevity is my friend, so I feel that I don't deserve this honor. I will endeavor to make myself worthy of it, and I thank you. But 21 years ago, IMSA suspended me.
You're a good cop.
I was a sophomore with dreams of one day becoming a great scientist. 2 RCs pounded on my door at 1 or 2 in the morning. I was found in my underwear, vigorously wrestling my roommate. The stereo was so loud we could barely hear. And my offense, no, it wasn't the music. No, it wasn't the wrestling. It was something else. You see, months before, I had wired my stereo into the dorm's PA system. My friends and I had loads of fun making intermittent pronouncements from God. Laura, do your homework. God is watching. Somebody flipped a toggle switch without telling me. The volume was too high. I got busted. My dream was in jeopardy. Administrators, good job not laughing when suspending me. And with all sincerity, thank you very much for letting me come back. I could not have achieved the things that I have without my IMSA experience. To be honest, I struggled at IMSA back then. It would have been very hard to predict that I would be standing here. I was a classic downstate affirmative action admission. It's true. It's true, yeah. I come from something like a farm near a small town, near another small town, et cetera, et cetera. IMSA is the first place that I met people who were definitely smarter than me, and seriously, everyone was smarter than me, and probably still is. I had no way of knowing what IMSA's impact on my life would be, but I remember how I felt when I learned that I'd been accepted. I was summoned to the principal's office and heard over the phone. I knew instantly that my life had changed for the better. IMSA was a beacon of hope for me, as it surely continues to be for many. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I would learn. I hoped that it would make things different, better. I hoped that it was a place where I would be free to think and would be encouraged to learn how to learn. It was, and more. While our society ostensibly drives to eliminate inequities, it remains the case that social, economic, and demographic inequities do and shall exist. We in this country have heard a great deal about leaving no children behind. I believe that we should strive for more than that. We should leave no child's potential unrealized. IMSA plays a crucial role in realizing the potential of the best and brightest, and does so in a way that is admirably blind to accrued advantage. More importantly, it does so soon enough that accrued disadvantage cannot fully have taken root. I know that there are incredibly bright young people out there right now who struggle to realize their potential because of economic constraints, social pressure, poor schooling. To them, the would-be overachievers, dreamers of space flight and Nobel Prizes, who see no path to realizing their potential, I say, look at what the people of Illinois have given you. This, IMSA. Starting it, keeping it alive, and giving not just hope, but a spectacular, life-changing education to thousands of young people is an amazing achievement. For me personally, thank you very much, all of you. I owe you. We owe you. How am I working to repay your investment in me? I'm using statistics and computer science to develop statistical machine learning tools, think artificial intelligence, with the aim of using them to solve the riddles that have perplexed humankind since the beginning of time. I've been distracted here and there by building companies and making money, but insecurity of, it's true, but truly insecurity of both the intellectual and financial kind have driven that activity, not love. Human beings and all of our animal brethren are really nothing more than extremely complicated computational mechanisms that map high-dimensional inputs to high-dimensional outputs, a simple so-called multivariate regression to a statistician. We take physical input of different modalities and produce muscle activations. That is our sum product, twitching muscles. Of course, we have a magical internal experience of this process called consciousness, replete with the feelings that make up our experience of existence. Regardless, the most profoundly beautiful discoveries, the theory of relativity, the incompleteness theorem, even the central limit theorem, are merely residual evidence of the muscle twitch output of computation performed by human minds. Clearly, in a way that is almost miraculous, the human mind is able to infer latent representations of the world and perform dazzling computations using them. This capability is what I seek to understand, replicate, and improve. It's a roundabout path towards my great scientist goal, one that I've just started down and one that will be a struggle to complete. Perhaps if I had more faith in myself and weren't so greedy as to want all of my questions answered before I die, I might attack certain problems directly, or perhaps it's my Midwestern sensibility that leads me to try to build tools to help me along this path efficiently, rather than stubbornly advancing forward with only the tools currently at my disposal. I spent time as an entrepreneur, but will always be a scientist. My hypothesis is that IMSA has begun recognizing alumni who are social activists, doctors, and in particular entrepreneurs because of their because the value of their contributions accrue more immediately. My belief is that a generation of IMSA-trained writers, mathematicians, and scientists is out there toiling, contributing knowledge that is much more difficult to value, but that will change our understanding of the cosmos and our place in it. We should strive to recognize these contributors and to identify them early enough that such recognition can help them with their goals. I know that they are out there, I support their efforts, and I dedicate this award to them. Thank you again.